Have you ever stopped to think about the world before eyeglasses? Imagine a time, not so long ago, when a huge portion of the population simply had to accept a blurry, indistinct world. Painters whose vision softened with age, scribes who could no longer decipher their own elegant script, tailors who struggled to thread a needle. For them, the world would slowly fade out of focus, and with it, their livelihood, their passions, and their independence. This wasn't a rare condition. It was a natural part of aging, a widespread reality for anyone with myopia or presbyopia. Life after 40 often meant a slow retreat from the detailed, vibrant world. Knowledge was hard-won, transcribed by hand in dimly lit monasteries or libraries. But if the scholar couldn't see the words, how could knowledge be preserved and passed on? The world was losing its sharpest minds and most skilled hands simply because they couldn't see. This was the blurry reality for centuries, until a quiet revolution began in the late 13th century, in the heart of Italy's glassmaking industry. While we don't know the exact inventor's name, history has frustratingly kept that secret. We know it was likely a glass artisan in Pisa or Venice. Imagine the moment of discovery. A craftsman, perhaps idly playing with a piece of convex glass, holds it over a text. Suddenly, the fuzzy, indecipherable letters snap into sharp, crisp focus. It must have felt like pure magic. The first eyeglasses were rudimentary things. They were essentially two magnifying lenses, often made of quartz or beryl, riveted together at the handles. There were no arms to go over the ears. You had to hold them up to your eyes or perch them precariously on your nose. They were called rivet spectacles. They were clumsy, they were heavy, and they probably gave you a headache. But for the first time in human history, they offered a solution to failing sight. The news of this incredible invention spread like wildfire through the educated and wealthy classes. Dominican Friar Giordano de Pisa, in a 1306 sermon, spoke with awe about the new art of making spectacles, an invention so beneficial to the world. And it truly was. Suddenly, older scholars, clergymen, and merchants could extend their careers by decades. The ability to read, write, and do detailed work was no longer limited by age. This had a profound impact on society. It fueled the intellectual ferment of the Renaissance, allowing thinkers and artists to work longer and more productively. The printing press, invented by Gutenberg in the 15th century, created an explosion of books. And what good are books if you can't read them? Eyeglasses and the printing press were the perfect partners, democratizing knowledge and accelerating the spread of new ideas across Europe. The world was coming into focus, both literally and figuratively. Early on, eyeglasses were a status symbol. They were expensive, handcrafted items, often owned by monks, nobles, and wealthy merchants. In paintings from the era, you might see a saint or a scholar depicted wearing or holding a pair of spectacles, a clear sign of their wisdom, piety, and importance. Owning a pair of glasses meant you were literate, you were learned, you were part of the elite. But as manufacturing techniques improved, glasses slowly became more accessible. The design evolved too. The rivet spectacles gave way to bow specs, which used a leather or string strap to tie them to your head. Still not the most comfortable, but an improvement. Then came the Nuremberg-style glasses, a continuous piece of wire that pinched the nose. Ouch! You can imagine people constantly adjusting them, pushing them up their nose, or having them fall off at the most inconvenient moments. The real breakthrough in comfort and convenience didn't arrive until the early 18th century. A London optician named Edward Scarlett is credited with inventing the modern temple arms, the rigid side pieces that rest over our ears. This was a game changer. Suddenly, eyeglasses could be worn continuously, hands-free. They became a practical tool for everyone, not just for momentary reading. This innovation coincided with the Enlightenment, a period of scientific inquiry and discovery. Benjamin Franklin, a quintessential figure of the era, was famously nearsighted and farsighted. Tired of switching between two pairs of glasses, he had an idea. Why not cut the lenses from each pair in half and put them together in a single frame? He invented the bifocal lens in the 1780s, allowing him to see both near and far with a simple tilt of his head. It was a brilliantly practical solution from a brilliantly practical mind. By the 19th and 20th centuries, eyeglasses went from being a purely medical device to a fashion statement. The pince-nez, French for pinch nose, became popular famously sported by figures like President Teddy Roosevelt. Lorgnettes, glasses held up on a handle, became a fashionable accessory for ladies at the opera. Then came the classic round frames of the 1920s, the bold cat-eye styles of the 50s and 60s, and the oversized frames of the 70s and 80s. Eyeglasses started to reflect personality, style, and the cultural mood of the times. They could make you look intellectual, rebellious, chic, or quirky. Think of John Lennon's round glasses, Buddy Holly's thick black frames, or Audrey Hepburn's iconic sunglasses in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Glasses weren't just for seeing, they were for being seen. The technology continued to advance at a dizzying pace. Plastic lenses made glasses lighter and more shatter-resistant than glass. Lens coatings were developed to reduce glare, resist scratches, and block UV light. Progressive lenses offered a seamless transition between near and far vision, an elegant update to Franklin's bifocals. And then came contact lenses, which offered clear vision without any frame at all, a concept first imagined by Leonardo da Vinci centuries earlier. Today, we live in an age of incredible optical choice. We can correct our vision with laser surgery, wear daily disposable contacts, or choose from thousands of frame styles to express our individuality. It's easy to take this all for granted. It's easy to wake up, put on our glasses or pop in our contacts, and just see. But what we're doing is participating in a story that's over 700 years old. It's a story of human ingenuity, of our relentless desire to overcome our limitations and to see the world more clearly. From a blurry, fading existence to a high-definition reality, the journey of eyeglasses is about so much more than just sight. It's about access to knowledge, the extension of our productive lives, and the freedom to express who we are. So the next time you put on your glasses, take a moment. You're holding a piece of history, a small miracle of glass and plastic that changed the world by bringing it into focus. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.